So the solar eclipse is just 2 days away, and I wanted to take a chance to explain to you guys why we're even getting an eclipse to begin with. So the reason we get eclipses is because either the moon goes in front of the sun and blocks the sun, or the earth is in front of the moon and blocks sunlight from getting to the moon. What we're experiencing this year is a total solar eclipse. Whereas a solar eclipse means that the moon gets in the way of the sun and it casts a shadow on the earth. Now for that to happen, very precise geometry needs to work in terms of the scale of both the moon and the sun. So here's the deal. In my model, I've got, this is going to represent the earth, this is the lacrosse ball, this is representing the moon. I measured these. This moon is exactly 1/4 the diameter of our earth lacrosse ball, which is the right scale to represent the moon and the earth. The sun is a lot bigger, and people have a difficult time wrapping their heads around how much bigger. So if you think of the earth as a lacrosse ball, the sun to scale is actually 22 feet in diameter, which is this big red circle. So if we think of the outside circle as the sun, this is the earth to scale. So the sun is a lot bigger. For my model of the eclipse, obviously that is not going to work very well. So I wanted to just pick something else that's going to represent the sun. It's also bigger, but it's just way out of scale. So my model is going to be this yoga ball. This yoga ball is way smaller than that circle, so this is not actually a good representation of the sun. But for our purposes, now we can remember sun, earth, moon. Okay, so then what's actually going on during the eclipse? This is our sun, and this is our earth. Then at this precise moment, I'm going to rest my sun up against the car here so it stays put. What's going on is that the moon is going around the earth. It takes 28 days approximately for the moon to go around the earth. So as this is happening, at certain points in the moon's orbit around the earth, it gets into the spot where it has the chance to cast a shadow. The sun is on one side, the earth is on the other. The moon has a chance to cast a shadow on the earth. It has to be so perfectly aligned for that shadow to actually end up there. And it doesn't happen very often because the moon goes around at a not perfect angle. It doesn't go flat, it actually goes at a weird angle around the earth. So every once in a while, the moon is in a perfect position to cast a shadow on this earth. And to wrap your head around how perfect that would have to be, if you thought of the distance from the earth to the moon as one scale, the sun is 400 times further away. So if you think of maybe the sun is like a football field's distance away from us, the moon would only be about 7.5 inches away from us. That's how far away the sun is and how perfect this alignment has to be. And that's why it's very rare. So we are going to experience a time where the moon is so perfectly lined up that it's going to cast a shadow on a very specific part of the earth. And I happen to be right now in the line of the eclipse. I traveled down south to see it, and so I'm going to see it in 2 days, which is the second part of my video. I want to show you some of the tools I'm going to use to see this eclipse. So I've got these little eclipse glasses. They're pretty cheap. I got mine on Amazon. You can get some at, wherever you get things. And when you look through these are much stronger than regular sunglasses. They will block out enough light for you to be able to look directly at the sun. You can look directly at the sun even on a sunny day, which is what you want during the eclipse, because we want to be able to watch the moon gradually cover the surface of the sun. The other tool that I got, because I'm very excited about this, these are solar safe binoculars. So these are binoculars that block out so much light that I can actually look at the sun through these binoculars. You cannot do this with regular binoculars, but if you get ones that are designed for looking at the sun, I can actually look at the sun through binoculars, and it's very difficult to even find the sun because I can't see anything out of these except for the sun. But it magnifies it, and with my solar safe binoculars I can actually see sunspots on the sun. Okay, last tool I'm going to use, because I wanted to get pictures of the eclipse, which I will post after, is I got my camera and I have a little lens that I can put onto my camera here, and it will magnify how powerful my little iPhone camera is. But if I did this and pointed it straight at the sun is so powerful that it'll actually burn the lens. So I don't want to do that. I want to take my little eclipse glasses and I want to put them in between. I want to put them in between the lens and my camera. And so with this little setup, I'll actually be able to take pictures of the sun on a normal day, but also during eclipse day. So I can take my camera now and I can point it up, point it at the sun, and this will actually allow me to take some pretty good images of the sun. It's kind of cool.
Did you get one?
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Go back to it. So you can take some pretty cool images of the sun using that. And that's what I'm going to do during the eclipse. I want to be able to watch the moon look like it's eating the sun as it's getting perfectly aligned. Very excited for this. It doesn't happen very often we get eclipses. The next one going through Massachusetts is going to be, or near Massachusetts, is going to be 2024. That's going to go through Vermont. Hope to be at that one as well. But hope you guys go out and take a look at the eclipse. Get yourself a pair of eclipse glasses if you can find them locally, because even in Massachusetts, it's not going to be a total eclipse, but you're going to be able to watch 75% of the sun get covered by the moon. So it's going to get dark, but you'll also see that little cutout of the moon being perfectly in front of the sun. So it'll be a good opportunity. But that's it. I hope you go out and enjoy the eclipse class. It's going to be a great time.